A brisk walk could go miles for the memory of older adults. A new study of folks ages 55 to 80 found those who walked for 40 minutes a day, 3 times a week, experienced brain growth in the area that handles memory. They also performed better on memory tests compared to adults who did stretching and toning exercises. During the study, experts say the results are encouraging because they prove even moderate exercise can help adults who used to be sedentary. The government's new dietary guidelines recommending that people 51 and older eat no more than a half teaspoon of salt a day.
And the reason too much sodium can lead to high blood pressure, which can lead to heart problems. Now, this month, our Know Your Numbers campaign will focus on heart health. KARE 11's Renee Testman explains the ins and outs of high blood pressure.
Okay, let's check your blood pressure.
A squeeze of the arm with a blood pressure cuff is something we routinely get at the doctor's office. What you might not get is what those 2 blood pressure numbers are telling you.
135 over 70. The systolic is the top number, and that's the pressure in the arteries when the heart contracts with the pulse. And the diastolic is the bottom number, and that's the pressure in diastole when the heart's filling and not pumping.
Ideally, you want your blood pressure at 120 over 80 or lower. Dr. Elizabeth Gray, a cardiologist with the Minneapolis Heart Institute at Abbott Northwestern, says knowing if you have high blood pressure is important.
It can lead to heart attack, stroke.
As we age, she says, a majority of us will get it.
By the time Americans reach age 60, more than half of us are hypertensive.
It can be caused by genetics, but obesity and inactivity are big culprits too, as is too much salt. New dietary guidelines call for no more than a half a teaspoon of salt per day for those with high blood pressure, just 1,000 milligrams. Well, one frozen dinner can have 600 milligrams alone. People over 51 should have no more than a half a teaspoon too.
And it means packaged foods are almost out because, it means you have to prepare and cook yourself the old-fashioned way. And that's really the healthy way.
For the rest of us, 1 teaspoon of salt is recommended, but with most of us getting 5 times that or more, many of us are putting ourselves at risk of raising those blood pressure numbers.
Well, how does salt lead to high blood pressure? Well, salt retains fluid, like we all know, so the more salt in your system, the higher your blood volume. More blood means your heart works harder to pump it, and that increases pressure. High blood pressure has no obvious symptoms. That's why it's important to monitor it. And for more on your Know Your Numbers campaign, you can go to the health section of KARE11.com.
And big danger, of course, as we get older is the danger of stroke then, doesn't it?
Right. And all of that increases as we get older. In fact, they say people age 50 and older, if you have normal blood pressure at that age, you still have a 90% lifetime risk of having high blood pressure eventually.
Wow. Good to know.
Yep.
Thank you.